Hack at 100. How can we hack this?
We hack Nairobi every time we are moving around with traffic. When someone told you how they got somewhere, ulisema uli hack traffic by taking a boda. Vijana, hello, hello. Hello, hello. We are here, we are building the future. I'm not feeling the energy. Vijana, hello, hello. Mr. President, hello, hello. Asante sana. When I say future yetu, tunasema tuko ready. Future yetu? Future yetu? Thank you. We need to have the energy so that Adrian, who spoke here so well, can feed off our energy. If we are building the future where everyone is bored, there is nothing to build. So, but then we are live on all platforms. We have a lot of creators who are live on X, Meta, Twitch. There's a Matatu parked outside, 2 of them. They are streaming on all platforms. So Hack Kenya 100 and Beyond Vision 2030, hackkenya100.com. We are live. Go online. We'll plug you with all the latest updates. Your Excellency, Dr. William Ruto, Your Excellency, Deputy Kithure Kindiki, thank you for organizing this session and all protocols observed. And I have to say, Vision 2030 is the only foundation or structure that got me out of a village in Keroka, in Kisii, and took me to Alliance High School. Hashtag, I went to Alliance. We went to Alliance, and without free education, I wouldn't be here today. So Vision 2030 team, Mugo Kibati, Alliance High School, we see the dream and we are to build today. And nataka mnishikie namba mbili. Namba ngapi? Namba mbili. 75 and 100. 75 and? After we are done, mwenye atakumbuka zinamaanisha nini, utaniona nyuma ya tent. I'll give you something. But before we jump into it, I would like to introduce my team who has been behind an activity we've been doing for the past 1 week. We are running a Hack 100 hackathon where we had over 10,000 young people all over the world applying for them to propose bold ideas, bold visions in terms of where they want to see Kenya at 100. We had applications from San Francisco, California, Frankfurt, Shenzhen, all over the world, because everyone wants to be part of building our future. So I would like to introduce my team, starting with Kevin, and we can jump into the next 15 minutes or so to show you what we have. Kevin?
Thank you, Bernard. My name is Kevin. I work with young people to help them articulate their ideas and their passion so that they can be understood by people who want to build them out, invest, and I'm here to do strategy and coordination.
Hello everyone, my name is Shannon Oduor. I am an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. I'm representing the legal team on this Hackathon 100.
Right, my name is Naini Lankas. I also work with Shannon, and part of what we do for Hack 100 is that all of the hacks, the solutions, and the innovations that are coming our way are anchored in the Constitution. So we are keeping that in mind in everything that we are doing for Hack 100. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Jane Martha. I work under Hackathon and I'm part of it. I conduct issues on strategy and governance, and I also deal with the creators that you've heard. I'm one leading them. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Arthur Kamau, and I'm part of the team handling the sports sector.
Good afternoon. My name is Micah Mathenge. I'm a CEO of a company called Venture Money. I work in the investment banking space, and I work with young entrepreneurs who are looking for investment in Kenya and abroad. Thank you.
Asante sana. They'll come back to stage shortly. Don't worry about my dressing. I was told to dress down to represent the youth. So si suti sina, niko na suti kadhaa. Remember the numbers I gave you. How many were they? How many were they? 2 numbers. Which one and which one? This side, which number? This side? Aya shikilia hivyo hivyo as we watch this clip for you to understand what those numbers mean. Media team? The audio is missing? as they play the video, those numbers mean two things. 75% of Kenya's population are under the age of what? 35, right? And if we are not involving them in building this future, we have no future we are building towards. And personally, by the time we are 2063, I'll be probably 70 years old. So I'm building this future for our kids and for our kids' kids. So it's very important for us to involve our young people in building the future we are building today. And I'm not sure that the video is ready. The media team. We invited young people from all over the world to submit bold ideas in terms of what they want to see. And we challenged them. If you were to envision Kenya in 2100, what would you like to see? Where would you like to see education? Where would you like to see energy? Where would you like to see technology and AI? Personally, I'm a co-founder of a company. I lead teams across the world, teams in Nairobi, teams in Lagos, San Francisco, and Cape Town. Every day we see how AI is changing how we work, right? Professor Bitange said AI is going to change how we are going to work. So how are young people seeing all these changes that are currently panning out across the world? So the future we are talking about, young people have started building that future today. And the idea we had was, we had a hackathon happening across the country, and builders were building ideas, and all of them were assessed by a team that is capable to actually analyze which idea has the potential to have an impact for over 1 million people. And we had a bunch of them who are building those solutions. And I would like Micah to come and introduce some of them here as we wait for the media team to play the video clip. Micah?
Thank you so much, Bernard. I would like to invite a few people that were very innovative in the hackathons that we've had. But before I invite them, I'd like to tell you that the youth of this country today are not thinking about problems that we are having in this country. They are thinking of solutions. And I'll give you an example of one of the solutions, ICT solutions, that has been profiled to us. This is a solution that has been created by the youth. It's for savings. The youth are saving. So I'll give you the example here is for a child who is 7 years old, and he's working with his parents, and his parents are saving 200 shillings every single day to buy him a PS. The app that has been created, which is for beyond 2030, definitely, the app that has been created has reminders. But the reminders from the child are more consequential than the reminders from the app. And so we are looking at children who are learning discipline. They are learning the importance of investing. They are learning how to invest small, waiting to grow big from the innovations that we have. I would like to invite Felix from Sanifu. I don't know if he's around. And if he's not around, I'll invite Naini Lankas to come in and talk about the investments, the legal avenue that we have, the legal infrastructure. Come. Yes, come.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you so much for this initiative to actually look at vision beyond 2030. So my name is Sidney Rema. I'm a co-founder and CEO at a company called Sanifu AI. We are kind of the frontiers of AI in Kenya for small businesses. We are servicing many across Africa, not just in Kenya. Most of the big companies, around use Sanifu AI to process things like orders, invoices, pay taxes, and all that. So I think for today, beyond 2030 for us, what we are looking at is we are enabling a new digital economy. We're enabling a new digital economy. Sanifu has the capability to enable young people who don't even have any coding skills to be able to actually build data applications by just describing it, which means we are seeing more people opening AI agencies, servicing businesses that have never accessed AI before. And one interesting thing you'd actually note is that, yes, we do have all this conversation about AI, but I don't think people really conceptualize what's happening. And I say this as let me say as an ex-user. You always have people saying, hey, these are things that are happening maybe in the US and other countries. but they don't really conceptualize what is actually happening. And I would like to suggest something. Maybe the team or the task force that is planning towards Beyond Vision 2030, if there's one single investment that will actually make, that will significantly change the country or significantly change the future of the younger generation right now, is deliberately investing in training in AI and technology. You can build all the roads in the world, that's good. We'll build the roads, we'll build the infrastructure, but if we cannot stimulate the young people to actually understand how to quickly adopt AI and technology very fast, I don't think we'll actually have the leap that we're expecting. And I'll give you a good example. A few years back, we were doing charity in different children's homes where we were issuing computers that are old from, all these government offices. And we were training kids as young as 5 years, 7 years, 8 years old on how to use basic computers. And you'll actually be surprised what kind of applications they're able to build by the time they're 13. So yes, I think that is one ask. The second ask, allow me, the second ask is, I've built startups for the last almost 15 years. And I'll tell you for sure, we always feel alone. I've raised capital from some of the biggest investors in the world, but I see so many startups dying every single day. I see startups that are actually building not just for the Kenyan market, but for the African market as a whole. They die every single day. There is no proper structure for support. There is no investor incentives. There's a lot of changing policies that are making investors not want to invest in us. And I can tell you for sure, if you really and truly want to invest in the young people, think about tech and AI. And don't think about it in terms of suggestive, hey, schools teach this and this. No, mandatory. Make it a mandatory class. Make it a mandatory class across the entire curriculum, essentially, for that. That's my 1-2. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Because of time, the media team, you can play the clip in terms of how the young people want to see the future that they want to build today. Things that Sydney and the team are building, we want to see how do they look 100 from now.
Now open them. This is Kenya at 100. And it begins in our classrooms. Every child learning, creating and dreaming with a world-class education made for them. A nation of builders, cities dreamed by our own people and raised by our own hands. Every corner connected, from the lake to the ocean, no Kenyan left behind. Powered by the brilliance of our young people, the 75%. Feeding ourselves, sustaining our land, prosperity grown at home. Clean power from our valleys, our winds in the atom. Energy that never runs dry.
Made in Kenya, built by Kenyans, traded with the world. Our wildlife protected, our heritage alive, the world welcomed as family. A thriving blue economy, from the port of Mombasa to every fishing village. Health and dignity for every Kenyan, from the first breath to the last. But this future is not a promise, it is a project, and it begins today with you. And we start building today. A time capsule travels across all 47 continents, awakening builders and dreamers. Your ideas, captured and preserved. The boldest go into development with seed financing ready. Kenya 100, future yetu, tuko ready.
Future yetu? Future yetu? Now you understand the concept of the 100 and the 75, right? Very good students. In this presentation, you've seen a time capsule. Have you seen it? So this time capsule was conceptualized by the over 10,000 young people who applied for these ideas. and it will be flagged off by the matatus we have. There's a time capsule there that will be going across all the 47 counties to collect views, to collect ideas from the young people so that they start building. And there is available financing of at least R1 million per the bold idea that will take Kenya to the next level. I would like to invite Kevin to slightly talk about the capsule, then we finish up.
I am a beneficiary of the friendship of Alliance High School alumni. Bernard drags me into every room that opens up for him. So I am very grateful to Alliance High School for that friendship that they extend to people. My young creators also tend to speak very quickly, and so I get the work of explaining things a bit carefully because we are required to bring everybody along. So will you allow me to do that? So what didn't land before the video happened is a website that has been created by this able team. The website is live as we speak, hackkenya100.com. This website is being populated and advertised by a group of young people who you may not have met because they are in the far end where there are two matatus. Now, what is happening, many people who are picking up the mic, they are addressing His Excellency. What these young people are doing, they are saying, Your Excellency, we have a solution to help because the government cannot create jobs for everybody. And in our presence, we have a 16-year-old who has already announced his intention to eye the same seat. So young people who are in our midst, we must quit asking the government and we must start building solutions. And what this team has done, they have provided a website where if you see a shortcoming in any service delivery, propose it as what they are calling the hack. Are we together so far? So, you would be saying, Your Excellency, we have provided a hack. Can we get funding for this hack? Now, these ideas are not limited to Kenya. I need you to know we have a community of over 400,000 Kenyans in the diaspora. In the interest of time, I may not go through all of them. So the hack involves how can we interact with Kenyans in the diaspora. We have very many Kenyans who, many years, we've been exporting our brains. We export our brains from Nyeri, from Kericho. We export our brains everywhere. Somebody said when you're in front of the head of state, there is heat. The heat is acting on me. Allow me to gain my composure. Aya, sawa. So now what is going to happen is that there are communities of Kenyans in the diaspora. How are we connecting with them to link up with them and solve these solutions? Because in our interactions with Kenyans in the diaspora, they want to come back to Kenya, isn't it? You know Kenyans in the diaspora want to come back to Kenya, isn't it? What will they find? They will find these businesses that they need to expand. And so if you are in our midst and you're following us, that is what Hack 100 is about. Allow me to do the second bit of explanation, which my team did very quickly. And I will use a visual aid. Why? We must bring everybody along. Are we together? So they mentioned Hack 100, and then they said there is a capsule. So we carried a capsule to be able to explain where the idea of the capsule came from. So a capsule is this shape, and I know it is small. So we carried a bigger one so that we bring everybody along. So this capsule is going to go everywhere where Kenyans are so that you can put your ideas in it. So I'm going to open this capsule. So this capsule is going to be the conversation builder amongst young people. Instead of begging the government to do things, what ideas have you put in this capsule so that when we reach your location, we can unpack the contents of this capsule. When this capsule goes all around, we will preserve our memories, we will preserve our aspirations, and it is proposed for these ideas to be preserved, and hopefully when we celebrate Kenya at 100, it will be opened to see, did we make it? Did we not? Was the dream achievable? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. The capsule is way bigger than it is, and it's outside the matatus. Thank you, Your Excellency, and that is all the time we had.
Asante sana. Thank you to the team, Bernard, and the rest of them, Mika and all. This is just the beginning. There's an online platform where you can interact with all the features that they have showcased here, and you'll be able to do that. And again, just to reiterate, as I call on the next round of stakeholders who are here in many ways as representatives, as citizens, but also with the bodies that they represent, the sectors that they represent, I should say. And as we do that, as we set up this particular sitting for them, I'd like to call on the Deputy President. Deputy President, Professor Kithure Kindiki, if you may, because just as a quick word, because in this conversation as we move forward, we are looking at where do we go from here? How will different stakeholders engage in the national conversation? So we do have representation from a Kenya Association of Manufacturers. We have from the National Securities Exchange. And just as well as someone who has seen the journey over the years with the previous administrations, much as what we are charting forward is going to surpass and go beyond just particular governments. But we have seen the contribution of the previous government to the Vision 2030. That was led by the late President Mwai Kibaki. That was led by President Uhuru Kenyatta. And now that this particular leadership has contributed to in bringing success to Vision 2030 and pushing it forward. So how, in your view, you would say we have an outlook to build beyond Vision 2030, just as we set up this stage, and I'll call on those stakeholders to come up and speak. Just as the President gave a quick word here, karibu sana to the Deputy President, Professor Kithure Kindiki. Tumpe makofi tafadhali.
Wakenya hoye! Wakenya hoye! Mheshimiwa Rais, nimeulizwa ya kwamba kwa dakika 3 niseme hatua ambazo